Hello and Happy New Year. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. First of all, I really hope that you liked my new intro. I spent a little while animating it. And today's video seems pretty on theme due to all the talk about TikTok going away. Now this is January 16th. This is the day I'm filming this. I have no clue when it'll be up on YouTube, but as of now, it looks like the ban is still going, so I don't know if it'll still be there or not by the time it's up, but yeah, I have decided that today I am going to spill all my internet lore / digital footprint. Like many other Gen Zers, I have spent so many years online. I made a list of my crazy lore. I don't know if you can see, but it took up the whole page, and I have a few more updates after that, but yeah, I should have formatted it like a grandma reading their story to like their grandchildren. Back in my day, when I was your age, etc. Oh, and also part of my lore consists of other YouTube videos and channels that I've made cameos in, so I will provide links in my description for all of those if you want to check those out and support those other channels. But yeah, so it all starts with silly little online computer games. You know, we have the Webkins kids, we have the Club Penguin kids, we have the Purple Place kids, etc. But I was a Pop Tropica kid. I've had the same username since I was 7, and once in a while I still go on there. It isn't the same anymore since they took off most of the islands from the main website, so that made me a little sad. But yeah, I was one of those kids with like the guidebook. I beat Mystery Train Island like 7 times. Once in a while I still play. I played it a little bit last winter, but yeah, I just don't have the time now. And I am too old. The ages for the game are from 6 to 15, so I'm definitely too old for it. Okay, next, this is where my face started showing up on the internet. I was also one of those video star kids. If you know, you know. Love the app. People still use it for editing, but I made billions and billions of video star videos, but my dad decided to post the first 2 I ever made, which I was mad at him for doing that, but he was like, it's not gonna be on the iPod forever, and he was right. Those are the only 2 videos from VideoStar that I have access to. Makes me a little sad. I provided links to those, and then actually for the 10-year anniversaries of those being on YouTube, I recreated those. That was last year already. Yeah, those recreations are on my channel. And then also I was an avid writer since 1st grade. I don't really have time to write nowadays, but like, it's still fun. It's a hobby that I'm trying to get back into, but I was introduced to a website called Storybird, which is a much tame version of Wattpad. Yeah, it's really nice. It's really wholesome. I do have one piece of beef with it. I think there was one time I tried writing a Warrior Cats fanfic with my OCs in that, and my story got flagged for, you know, being too similar to another piece of media. I forget what the plagiarism, basically. Yeah, I was mad. I was like, oh dang it, I can't write fanfic. But I was stumbling across the website one day, and I stumbled across somebody else's Warriors fanfic, and I was pissed. I was like, how come they got to publish theirs? I think Storybird, like, you have to pay a bunch of different subscriptions for various features now, but my stories are still up there. Yeah, some of them are a little cringe, but yeah, I was like in upper elementary school when I mostly used it. Okay, sorry, I'm kind of popping back and forth from websites to YouTube cameos, but my next cameo, I was in 5th grade. One of the teachers in my elementary school, he has a YouTube channel. I think it's still running, but he used to do these like end of school year music videos. He just parodizes songs, but making them like reading themed. My class did Uptown Funk, but I was not in his class specifically, so I didn't get a lot of screen time, but yeah, I have screenshots of like the the 2 seconds that I'm slightly in there. And then recently, I want to say 2 years ago, unfortunately stopped doing those, but for the last one, he wanted to honor the past ones in that, but I volunteered to help with that, so I made more appearances. Yay! Yay! Yay.
Bruh.
It's okay though, because I have a whole YouTube channel now, but alright, and then in 6th grade, like many other kids, I got Instagram. Yeah, my mom told me that it had to be a private account, obviously, because I was 12. That is self-explanatory. And then I also got Musical.ly out of curiosity. Yes, I've been on that app since 2016. I'm elderly. not elderly, elderly to the app. Yeah, that had to be private too, which I was mad about because, you know, I was like, I want the little crown thing. That's what everybody wanted, the coveted Musical.ly crown. And then around that same time, me and my sisters started making these, we had these Alvin and the Chipmunks stuffed animals in this Barbie dream house, and we took turns making different videos with them. Maybe in the description I'll point down which specific ones I made, but like that was a mess. It's kind of funny looking back on now though, but if you were like one of the 12 people that watched the Crazy and Creative Chipmunks, I see you, I appreciate you. This is the oldest sister now. And then like a year or two after that, there was this kind of well-known phenomenon of YouTube creators, Vine creators, like creating like different characters that they would act out, like altered egos. Some examples I could think of were the Cruz brothers, Brandon Rogers, Colleen Ballinger, obviously. I wanted to do that, so I created a Miranda Sings knockoff named Sally McDonald. Unfortunately, I have deleted every single video evidence, all photo evidence. That was embarrassing. I was like, no, but she had a mini music career too. I made songs that like as her. It was a little embarrassing. A good chunk of my school knew about her. And I guess like Miranda Sings and Colleen did not age well, so I'm glad I don't do that anymore, but I still think about her sometimes. I forgot to mention that these Sally McDonald videos were on my Musical.ly and TikTok. It was kind of transitioning. There were some of the other characters in the Sally McDonald verse, whatever you want to call it. She had an assistant named Ludwig. There were these twin girls with different colored wigs. But it was a whole thing. That was when my wig era started too. As you can see, it's on my skits. Yeah, I guess, come to think of it, I still do like a little like character thing with my skits, but like they don't return in each one. Like it's not like Bryce Tank Thrust, for example. Also around that time, I kind of went back to the family YouTube channel and dabbled in a few more videos. I did a Vine compilation. It was long dead at the time, but it had been dead for a few years at the time, but I was like, hey, Vine era needs to make a comeback. And then those edited Peppa Pig episodes were also popular for whatever reason, so I have one of those on there. But also, I was in marching band. I was in color guard in high school, so I was on that part of Instagram. I got a lot of band memes, but my sister and I decided to make a band meme account. It was called Bandito because she's a 21 Pilots fan. She came up with the name, but I don't think it exists anymore. But like we were on a good corner of band meme Instagram. But yeah, that was fun while it lasted. Oh, and then I got Wattpad as a joke. I started writing this little story about gay frogs. I never finished it, obviously. I think there's only 3 chapters left. You can read those if you want, but like it was starting to pick up, and like it was starting to like I had the whole thing fleshed out, but then I just abandoned the project. But yeah, it's now a choose your own ending kind of deal. And then quarantine hit and my internet lore got crazier. So speaking of band meme Instagram, I also made one of those color guard mood board accounts. I forget what my username was, but like it picked up. It kind of got popular. I had a mini scandal. I don't want to get into it right now, but yeah, it picked up a bit. And then I think my senior year of guard, I changed it to like a personal like spinning account, like with updates about like competitions and stuff. But I deleted it once I graduated, and I kind of found out that I'm probably not going to do color guard anymore. I made a spam Instagram account. It is private. I only let people I know personally follow that. I usually use it to rant. I spam repost TikToks and stuff. I scream about whatever fandom I'm in at the moment. I forgot to mention, just before quarantine, I launched this channel, and if you scroll all the way at the bottom, I have Animal Crossing New Horizons videos. Those were fun to make. I think my Lorax one did really well. My Luigi's Mansion did pretty well. I intended on finishing it, but I ran out of time for a reason. But yeah, the good minute that it is, that got kind of popular. I made a Princess and the Pauper one, but I made it private with an intention to recreate it because I did not know how to upload Switch screen records, so the quality is really bad. Like, I just put my phone by the Switch and did like the little actions and stuff, but I did every single song from Barbie, Princess and the Pauper. People liked that too. I might make it unlisted, but I think unfortunately I'm probably not gonna recreate that anytime soon because I don't have the same villagers anymore. But yeah, that was fun. I had a whole Animal Crossing era. I played every single day the whole year. I jump back onto it once in a while. And then November 2020, I felt a little rebellious and I made my TikTok account public. Before that, I deleted all the Sally videos and I put it under my own name. I think I have a few like TikToks from that summer before I made it public, but the infamous TikTok career started. Obviously, it took forever for me to get a following, but I pinpointed kind of some iconic moments from that. It's a little sad touching back on it now that it's maybe gone, maybe going away. And while I was running that TikTok account, I had a stupid Instagram account called Greg Sings. It is still up. It's on the Diary of a Wimpy Kid side of Instagram. I don't know how I got there, but it's that like stupid template of Greg with the microphone, and then like I would put a song and lyrics on there every single day. I kept it running every day for over a year. Unfortunately, I got too busy and couldn't run it anymore, but if you know about Greg Sings, that was me. Yeah, that's weird to say, but yeah, I decided to keep it up because people really liked it, and like I had some DMs asking if I was willing to give it away or sell it, but I don't know, selling accounts seems kind of sketch to me. I won't judge you if you do that, but it never sat right with me. Yeah, it is still up. You can still peruse. I still get email notifications from it, but I'm just logged out of it. And I don't think I remember the password anymore. Oh yeah, this is back to TikTok. In 2021, I started making content about Miraculous Ladybug. I still watch it. It's so bad, it's good. It's one of those shows, but yeah, I actually gained mutuals that also made Miraculous content. We had a Discord group. I think I'm still in that. I still follow some people on other socials from that, but yeah, that was a fun time, and I didn't get as popular. I was like a medium-sized small account, and so were my mutuals. Yeah, and the reason I stopped posting about Miraculous was because one, I ran out of ideas basically, and two, I realized that if I want as big of an audience as possible, I can't really post about one specific fandom. As I got older, I kind of joined others, and sometimes I sprinkle in a few videos of like a show that I'm obsessed with at the moment, or like a musical artist that I'm obsessed with at the moment. Sometimes I sprinkle those in, but I still try and make my content as diverse as possible so more people can feel welcome and, know the references. But yeah, I still watch the show. I could go on for hours about this. I could make a separate video about it, but I'm not going to. And speaking of fandoms and series, the Phineas and Ferb dance series started, I think, a few months before I graduated high school. Now, this wasn't my idea. Other creators did similar videos. I think there was another girl who, she did 100 of those Phineas and Ferb dance videos, but she became inactive, and I still, tag her on TikTok when I do those. I never did them with an intention to, steal her content. They're just fun and addicting to do. It's so bouncy. I don't know why I'm demonstrating, but bruh. Yeah, and I grew up loving the show, but yeah, it's just a lot of fun. And then sad day, I think around the time of my graduation, my personal Instagram got hacked, which was really sad because I had planned an Instagram caption for my graduation post, but then I couldn't post that. It was a whole mess, but if you go on my account now and scroll all the way at the bottom, I think I tagged my account for middle school and high school, and you can go on there, and it is cringy, but everybody went through that phase. Yeah, that was weird. The hacker changed the username and made it public. It was weird, but at least I can look at my old posts. And then with growing TikTok fame comes many scandals, and I wouldn't say getting canceled because bigger creators get canceled, but yeah. I had a few instances where you can call it getting canceled. There was one Phineas and Ferb dance video I made where I forgot to tag the original creator, and people got really mad. They were like, "You suck, you steal people's trends." It was a whole thing. So it wasn't an apology video, but I had to make something in the style of that. I did not pull out the ukulele. I did not do the fake tears, but it wasn't an apology. It was more of a, okay, let's clear this up. I just forgot. That wasn't the only time I got canceled on TikTok though. And then I made the EAS alarm video series. Of course, you guys know about that. I've said this a million times, but it was a rough time for me personally when I made those, but I think those blowing up and me getting monetized for those, it kind of brought a bit of serotonin. I still credit that series as much as I can for where I am today. It was fun, but also tiring and a lot of work. And then I think a few months later, I started posting my old TikToks on YouTube, and of course then you guys saw the EAS alarm videos, and I think you guys liked my TikToks more than TikTok did. Your guys' comments are a lot nicer, but I got that eventually. Yay, love you, appreciate you. And then this next bit of lore, it's not really a social media lore. I actually made a website for a class. It stressed me out so much, but I think the final product was definitely worth it. I actually then published it. I bought a domain name for it and published it, but it is called youaredreaming.net. It's not very in-depth, but I think the little graphics are cool. It's the weirdcore, dreamcore aesthetic. I have the link. You can poke around on it if you want. Thought I'd throw that out there. That's another bit of contribution, my digital footprint that I wanted to mention. And then I think it was fall 2023, I got canceled on TikTok a second time. The situation was much more severe. I've told a summarized version of it many times, but I thought I'd give a full in-depth version. So basically, there was this girl, I think Evelyn was her name. She was middle school age, I could be wrong. She was kind of she was getting popular on TikTok, and she always did those little get ready with me videos while she was also brutally honest. It was kind of funny. She would tear apart people that she went to school with. It's a little funny, but so I decided to recreate one of those. I did a get ready with me while I tell you things that I find embarrassing. but I made it all satire. I tried to throw in some clues in there to make it like so people know that it was satire. I basically roasted myself. I was like, people who wear Crocs every day, band kids, etc. But a lot of people cannot read the room, so a ton of people took that seriously and they thought I was actually being mean to those people while I was actually describing myself. But yeah, I got a lot of nasty comments. I took down the TikTok because the video itself wasn't bad, but like seeing those comments frequently kind of hurt me, so I took it down for personal reasons. But at the same time, as if it couldn't get any worse, somebody decided to Photoshop, well, I responded to a lot of those nasty comments kind of in a little, you know, like a little clapback sort of way, but somebody decided to Photoshop them and they replaced my words with really racist stuff. I do not want to share screenshots. I have those, I think, in my farewell short about TikTok, but I did not want to bring it up as that much. Yeah, those are really nasty, so I didn't make an apology video. I just posted like a little statement on my story. Basically, I said, hey, that wasn't me, that was somebody else who photoshopped those. Those are not real. I would never say something like that. This channel is accepting to everyone, and yeah, I just left it at that. I took a break from TikTok for a week. But then I came back and everyone seemed to forget about it. But yeah, I think if I was a bigger creator, it would have been much worse. Yeah, that happened, and that kind of took a toll on me personally. And then I did EAS Alarm Revival. You guys know that. The year after my original EAS Alarm series, I recreated it to include every single country I could. I think, to be honest, some of the alarms were not real. I did my best to make sure I found accurate ones, but I think it's not really, the series isn't really meant to be educational. It was more for fun. But yeah, I have said this a few times in comment sections, but unfortunately I will not be continuing that anymore. I kind of want to move on to the next chapter a little bit, but yeah. Okay, so now we're into 2024, last year. That's weird to say. I guess the next main thing I contributed to my digital footprint was, so I went back on Wattpad and I wrote a fanfic about Rob and Aaron from Love Island USA that season. If you have watched the season, you know why I wrote it. But yeah, it was, like I said with my beef with Storybird, I don't like writing fanfics, but I think this one I was kind of proud of. I did my best. I wanted to die the whole time I was writing the second to the last chapter, but I was like, I gotta finish it for the people who will read it. But yeah, I physically wanted to die. But yeah, that's up there. It's a little embarrassing to admit, but yeah. And then that was it for everything I wrote on my list. But I think moving on to this year, TikTok is on the brink of extinction. That is crazy to say, but and then also I am hoping to this year start making short film type content. So I made another channel on here. It's called Wormworks Media. There's nothing on there right now, but if you want, you can subscribe to that. But it is also on Facebook and Instagram, and probably where I'll be more active. But yeah, I'd really appreciate it if you supported me in that field as well. And yeah, with TikTok almost being gone, I'll continue to post YouTube shorts. I'll continue to do long form content. I'll continue to do Instagram reels. But yeah, I think that covers my digital footprint, my internet lore. I really hope my future employer is not watching this, or if you are watching this, please ignore that. I didn't do anything insanely stupid or illegal. Yeah, that covers it. I promise that the next few videos that I make will be more entertaining. If you didn't really care about me yapping about my lore, then that's fine. But yeah, I have other ideas for this year, and I will see you then.